Hello and welcome to my demonstration of the OpenPICUS Flyport controlling the Speakercraft MZC-88 multi-room audio video controller. At the bottom here we have the MZC, which is an 8-source, 8-zone multi-room system, and on the right is a mode keypad which you would typically need to install in each of the 8 zones that you wish to control. Here we have the OpenPICUS Flyport, which is powered up. It's got 2 LEDs lit at the moment. And that is connected to the MZC via a cable which runs into the control port of the MZC. And what I've built is basically a web page which is hosted on the Flyport, which has lots of buttons on it, and then once those buttons are pressed, the Flyport converts the button that's pressed into a signal which controls the Speakercraft. So across the top we've got 8 buttons for the 8 zones that the Speakercraft can handle, and then we've got 8 further buttons just below that for the 8 sources. There's a volume slider which you can use to adjust the volume, and down the left here we have some buttons which are generally applicable to each of the sources. There's an on-off button for the zone, a mute for the zone, and then treble and bass adjustment buttons. So we'll just select tuner 1 for the zone. You notice there's a display move there. There would have been a flash on the Flyport indicating that button press has been received and that the message has been sent, and the LED for zone 1 has come up. Can't currently hear anything, the volume's set to 0, so let me just adjust the volume. Turn that down so you can hear what's going on. There's 10 presets. Change, I must have been on 5 already. Change what I'm listening to, just directly via the preset. Adjust preset up and down, seek up and down. And the other thing that's here is being displayed is the frequency that the tuner is on, whether it's FM or AM, and that has been fed back to the system and displayed on the page. So let me just turn that volume down a bit further. Let's just switch on another couple of zones. We won't be able to hear them, but you see the zone comes on there. Let's do 4 as well. And you see the button, the LED there comes on. Let's just switch those 2 off. The system's also connected to the iPod, which you can see in the background there, and I can select the iPod as a source. I can play and skip to the next track. Go to the previous track. And the other sort of major advantage of this, the system is connected to my Sky satellite dish, and the Speakercraft can send infrared signals to the Sky dish to allow it to be controlled. So I can, for example, switch the system on, which is currently off. What we're seeing here is an AVIOSYS video server which displays what's currently coming out of the system, which is very handy when I need to go and look at the guide, for example. I can see the details of what I'm scrolling to, and make the selections based on what's being shown on my iPad. Just go back quickly. Along the bottom I've got the favourite channels there. Effectively they're macro sequences, so I can just select, for example, BBC One, and it will change the channel to BBC One. So that pretty much concludes my demonstration of the OpenPICUS Flyport controlling the Speakercraft MZC-88. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it interesting.